morning, good evening, good afternoon guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Today I'm here with Mark and we are going to talk all things cycling with him, and this is the second episode of Mental Health in Sport. So let's go with Mark's little intro.
So hello, my name is McGuire. I'm a former mountain bike cross-country athlete on the British cycling team in Manchester. I got injured, it would have been 2 years ago now. Well no, I've been injured for a while, but I left the programme 2 years ago.
What made you get involved in cycling?
I've always done lots of other sports, but I found cycling about 16 because my dad did a lot of it. He never raced, but he did a lot of it just for fun. So I went along to one of the Wednesday night club runs just with my dad, and from then I sort of really enjoyed it. I was quite good at it, and then made mates. There were some younger lads there, and from then I kind of just wanted to get good at it and race. So I just set some goals and worked my way through the different Scottish races to British to around the world. So yeah, it was to almost be with my dad a bit because he was riding so much. Mentally, how did you find training down in Manchester? So it was good. I lived in a couple of houses. One of the houses was outside of Manchester. It was nice. I could get out into the hills. It was good. It was quiet. It was peaceful. But the second year I lived there, mentally it was a lot harder because I was in the middle of the city, traffic, it was loud, it did get quite boring, and you felt like everyone was watching you. You're also living with all the athletes that you're competing against, racing, trying to get into the next programme. So it was hard training with these. It was good training with these people because they're the quickest people, but it's hard training with them every day because you've got to one up the person you're riding with. So yeah, good days, but lots of bad days. I found it obviously very tough when I started getting injured. Everyone else would be away racing different parts of the country, and I'd be back in Manchester just doing my exercises and on my own. So those moments where I did not want to be there, but I had to be there to see the physios, to see everyone. But yeah, good days, but lots of bad days.
So how did injury affect you mentally?
Yeah, it hit me really hard. So I had a weird injury, sort of vascular injury in my hip, and I didn't really know what it was. The physios didn't really know what it was, so it took a while to figure out. This sort of period, it was kind of, I was still quite positive. I was still sort of, I'll get to the bottom of this. It took longer. A year went by. Eventually, I had an operation, came out of it, and I was still bad. So then everything sort of went downhill. I'm happy guy. So I could put up a guard and I could hide it. But at the end of the day, I would be really upset. I think the hardest bit is reality and knowing that will this ever get solved, and watching other athletes progress, and so mentally it was very hard, and it hit me hard because I didn't think I'd ever have to, when you're younger you think you're invincible and you can just smash through it, nothing will affect you. But yeah, this was harder than any training that I did, and to swallow it of just every day having to do exercises and not compete and not ride whilst living with people that are doing what you want to do is tough, especially I was 18, and I think it did affect me a lot. I was down. I think for me it hit me in different times. I didn't really know when. I just feel really sad and down, and I didn't want to do anything, and I didn't want to see people.
How was it for cycling to be taken away from you?
Yeah, cycling was my life, so toughest thing. Like I'm a very driven person, so I wanted it so badly. I told myself I was going to be a cyclist when I started. Yeah, so for when the reality of okay, Mark, I don't think you're going to make it as a cyclist, I went mad. And yeah, I think I didn't want to believe it. I tried to put it off so many times. I pushed it out, tried to not think about it. So for when it finally sunk in that, look, I might have to call it a day, was hardest thing to take. I thought I would get to the bottom of it. I thought with the best support, physios and mum and dad being doctors, I thought I put my head down, I kept going, and I'd have 2 operations, so I kept coming back and going, and I never, for it to finally, I came to uni, and for me to accept that I have to stop cycling was brutal. Yeah, just, that's all I wanted. So not to take away, I'm still, I'd still much rather be a cyclist than being at uni. It's a nice life, so yeah. I don't think I'll ever really get over it, but there's ways, I try to keep busy. There's ways that it helps me to not think about it, but it's I think taking away something that you love to do and it's your life, and for it to just completely stop is tough. So
what would you like to see for the future of British cycling?
I would say there needs to be more support in all athletes through all the disciplines, in encouraging help for these. It's such a high pressure. All these sports are so much pressure on your shoulders, and you're living away from home, or it doesn't matter if you're living away from home. It can be anything, but I think there needs to be more support that you can tap into. It doesn't matter what sort of age you are, doesn't matter what your sort of level you're at. I think these sports try to crack you, and when you're competing with the best out there and you're living with them and whatever, and you see all the stuff that there needs to be more of it. I feel like at the top level, maybe athletes they can get sort of what they want and they can use it, but no one's ever going to get there if you can't get over that mental barrier when you're a younger athlete. So I'd definitely say more support in that sense. I'd also say just more knowledge of it, because for me, I didn't really know what it was when I started feeling down and sad, and it hits you hard, and nothing against the lads that I live with, but I don't think they could tell when I was sad and down. So I think if everyone had more of that understanding of top level sport or any level sport, it's a hard life. So you have your days when you're down, and I think with more knowledge and more workshops and classes of that sort of stuff, that people would understand and be able to, even though the individual sport cycling, you can work and you can still help each other out as a team just to get through these hard days and hard times. And I think more understanding of what these athletes are feeling when they're down. So I definitely say a bigger push in because it's massive. It's such a mental game.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you, Mark. I know it wouldn't have been easy for you to talk about that, but please give the video a thumbs up because it really supports my channel. Click the subscribe button to see more mental health and sport videos. We've got a lot of people planned coming up in the next couple of weeks. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Cheers.